I want to urge employers, as I did yesterday, to kindly release their employees in time to be able to meet the curfew time of 7 p.m. If they do not want to allow their employees to leave on time, then they should prepare accommodation for them. What they cannot do is to release somebody half an hour before 7 o'clock, or at a time that they are so sure that they cannot get home by 7 o'clock. So if you cannot release your employees on time, please prepare accommodation for them. It is unfair to release somebody half an hour, 6:30, and they live in a distant, they live in Thika, and you tell them they should leave at 6:30. It is unfair, and it should not happen. And this is where we ask for responsibility, even amongst our business community. And so, ladies and gentlemen, as I come to the end, I would like to once again emphasize the need for us to observe hygienic behavior. We are asking each and every person, and as I said yesterday, if you look at the person next to you, given the fact that we have 42 people now who are spread in the counties that we have established, when you look at the person next to you, they will not have any sign that they are unwell. They will not have any sign, that they are positive. But they could well be positive. Keeping your distance, physical distance, is what is going to ensure that you do not also become positive. That's a responsibility you owe to yourself. Thank you very much indeed. Okay, thank you very much. Let me say this. First and foremost, we are purchasing, we are buying, and we are already accumulating ventilators in our hospitals. We are importing ventilators from many parts of the world. As you are well aware yourself, there is a shortage of ventilators across. However, we have got people who are also assisting us. I would like to mention here that the World Bank, for example, has donated 250 ventilators. That is in addition to everything else that we are buying. And what I can tell you is that every effort is being made to secure as many of them as possible. As I have just mentioned, we must also begin to build internal capacity for materials. For example, when it comes to personal protective gear, we are now at a place where we believe that starting next week, we can actually be able to start manufacturing those materials ourselves. And I want to thank, as I did, and I know that CS Betty is here with us, I think. She is behind me. You mentioned something. That we are doing everything we can, not only to create capability for ourselves, but possibly even to assist the region. So we are working on ensuring that we have those. We have ICU beds. We have got capacity for at least 1,000 beds that we are putting in addition to whatever else have existed in the past in terms of ICU capacity. So we continue to build every day we continue to build extra capacity. And I can tell you, we are a long way from where we were a while back. On the issue of, so let me just stop there to say this. If indeed it comes to the fact that we run short of the materials that we are accumulating, it will not be because we did not do everything that we can to ensure that we do have those materials. And I can tell you, and I want to thank our industries and our scientists because of what they continue. They continue to not to surprise us, but to make us happy with what they are nothing. We want to use capacity we have in the country, in our tailoring sector, for example, to start producing masks in the country. So within a very short time, we will not need to import masks. We will make them here. We are looking at possibilities of making personal protective gear here. And I would like to ask Betty to say something on this. Oh yes. Okay. Let me say this. Every institution in the country, every medical institution in the country, may it be Kenyatta National Hospital, may it be other hospitals, level 4 and level 5 hospitals, we are looking at in the next 1 week hiring at least 1,000 more employees. And as the need arises, we will increase those ones. The beauty is that we are not short at the moment. We are not short of medical personnel. It is just they are not in our hospitals, but we have them out there, looking for jobs and wanting to join. So we have that opportunity that is going around. Obviously, it's a process going on because you cannot bring in 2,000 people into your hospital. There has to be some sort of arrangement. They come in, they get acclimatized. As they do so, you get another lot. So we will hire as the necessity arises.